one thing is clear, that we are so grateful to all of our career federal civil servants who, I think in these heightened and polarized times, no matter what segment of government you're working in or what topic, your work can sometimes feel difficult. And there's a lot of gratitude that we here on the Science Committee in particular have for our career federal civil servants, those who make the National Institute of Standards and Technologies office hum with their great expertise, our VA officials and our medical professionals who help to run our Veterans Affairs Department, and taking office in the 116th Congress, being sworn in for the first time as a newly elected member of Congress during a government shutdown. That set a real ricocheting effect, I think, for our entire freshman class, being that we saw our government not functioning, and we're here to make sure that we do have a trusted and important voice, and certainly the strong checks and balances. So I'm going to yield back the remainder of my time and want to bring the hearing to a close and thank our witnesses for testifying before the committee. It's not necessarily that this ends on a failed crescendo by any stretch of the means. In fact, this is part of the important and essential dialogue that we are having. This is a national news story around scientific integrity. There are changes happening to administrations. We didn't even get to ask questions because they weren't necessarily relevant to our expert witnesses here, but the changes taking place over at the USDA. And our ranking member, Mr. Baird, is now at a USDA hearing on I don't know what topic, but he does serve on the Agricultural Committee, and we do know that the USDA has moved their researchers out of DC and into Kansas for cost-saving measures. And we've got to have frank and open and honest and trustworthy conversations. I don't think we should be afraid of language. I don't think we should be afraid of inconvenient truths and things that we do not want to hear. And in fact, we're uniquely positioned in America to embrace challenges, to solve the impossible, to run after each other when we have an idea, just like the people who hit the lands that ended up discovering America challenged their notions of truth by saying, aha, the world is not flat. Aha, I will sail across that great ocean. Aha, I think we can go to the moon, as we were discussing and hearing yesterday, that we can push the boundaries to achieve greatness as couched within our great innovative capabilities as a nation. And in fact, we really, in America, don't need to be afraid. We have courage, we have determination, and we have the eye on the prize, which is the truth. So thank you all for joining today. The record will remain open for 2 weeks for additional statements from members and for any additional questions from the committee that may be asked of the witnesses. The witnesses are now excused and the hearing is adjourned.